Hello everyone, Marvelous Fan here with another ranking video. This is another series that's been a while since we've really done anything. But yeah, we're back with more we're back continuing on our Arkham kind of tirade of videos. And I figured just before we talk about Suicide Squad, I'd give out something which I don't really think I covered much in the original reviews, which were my rankings for the series in general. And yeah, so we're gonna do that now. And just as a note, going for just to clarify for this video, I'm sticking with the 5 games I've reviewed. So essentially, the main trilogy and the Origins side stuff. So Origins, Blackgate. I'm not covering any of the mobile games because it's been so long since I've played any of them, and getting access to them nowadays is kind of difficult. So I'm just leaving those out. I think at some point I'll do another ranking, kind of going over other Arkham like side material. So like the mobile games, uh, the animated movie, that kind of stuff. Like for right now, it's just we're just kind of yeah. I figured just for the simple things, we're gonna go with the games that most people have delved into. And I know Blackgate is kind of one of those games which are just like, why? like, um, but we're trying something out with this, so this will either be, you know, a W or an L. We'll see. We'll see when this video comes out. But let's get into it because my phone's on a low battery, so we gotta rush through that. Okay, so last place goes to Blackgate. I don't think there was any chance of this being higher on the list, but Blackgate is just it's fine. It's fine. It for what they did, putting an Arkham game on a handheld console, it is pretty impressive. But there's a lot of problems that kind of hold this one back for me. That, just kind of takes it from being anywhere near the other ones. Um, the narrative's a thing. It's a little contrived because you gotta find a way for him to get into the prison. So, and the way they do it is okay, but I feel like it wasn't really all that necessary. But the gameplay is all right, I think. The combat, like a lot of it is jank. It's straight jank. Doing Arkham combat in 2D, also trying to do stealth in a different manner is just off-putting, especially when I played practically the other games like I know them front to back, so it is a little weird going back to fighting on a 2D plane, trying to navigate through them. At the end of the day, though, there's just not really much to go over. So I think we're just going to move on to my fourth, which this could be interchanged with the third spot. I'm going to go Knight for fourth. Yeah. So the biggest reason as to why this is in the fourth spot is the story. The story is a complete mess. It is just awful. Almost like there's a lot about the story which just I hate. And I don't like going back to revisit it at all. So the story sucks. And also the tank, just the tank mode, brings it down. I don't think the gameplay for that is necessarily awful. I just think that, like, it's boring. And it gets really repetitive fast because you're doing it so often. On the other hand, I think the improvements to Batman's gameplay that's not in the Batmobile is great. I love the combat. I love what they did with the stealth. And even though I just talked shit about the Batmobile, I think it is really fun to drive around. But yeah, just Batman's gameplay from combat, stealth, even just traversal is really fun to come back to. And as much as I, kind of harp on the season pass, or at least I've done it before in various videos and stuff, I think like the amount of skins you get and just the overall content is good. It's not perfect. It's good. But yeah, that is why I have it in fourth place and why Origins is third. And like I said, I could interchange these any day. So for Origins, I think I think the story's good. I think the idea is interesting. The concept of 8 assassins coming after you is a really neat idea. But I think as much as I enjoy the story, it's not perfect. And I will never say that it is perfect because it's got a lot of problems. Firstly, they don't really stick with that concept. Or at least it's a thing, but they don't. After the end of Act 1, it's just the Joker show. And by that point, we'd all kind of gotten sick of the Joker. He died at the end of Arkham City. Spoilers, by the way, for a game that's over 10 years old. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't really dig the Joker. I do like Troy's performance, but I just don't like the Joker being there as the central antagonist, especially when Black Mask could have been really something. And also they could have done something more with the 8 assassins. But I think Batman in the story is really good. His development, his character arc, his relationship with Alfred and also the GCPD, Gordon, all them, that's really interesting. The gameplay is fine. It is, for the most part, everything that you've come to love and expect from the other games. It just, to me, whenever I go back to Origins, it doesn't feel great. I don't know why that's the case, but like I never have as much fun playing Origins than I do playing in Arkham City, or even Knight, for that matter. But I think, and also the side activities, I don't think are as great to come back to either. So that's disappointing, and also, yeah, there's just things about it which, when you look at it piece by piece, I think is just not the best. I'm glad that people have really come around on this game, but for me, like, I don't think it's the best in this series. Not close. Second place goes to Arkham City. Now I know that is just a ludicrous statement to some people, but I mean, as I said in my review, while I do think the next game is my favorite, Arkham City is still the best game in the series. All the improvements to the gameplay are perfect. I love the side activities. I love the world you travel through. I love just roaming around Arkham City. The story is really good, even though it does have some issues, some major issues. And I mean, there's not really much else to be said about Arkham City. It is a great video game. Not even just a Batman game. It is just a really good video game in general. So, number 1, Arkham Asylum. Gotta give it to the GOAT. Now, for the longest time, if you had asked me this question like 10 years ago, I would have said Arkham City was number 1. But just Asylum is on a whole other level that is still really good. The gameplay is really good. The story is really good. You know, there's a lot of enjoyment to be had. The area you travel through, Arkham Asylum, is just so packed to the brim with detail and personality. The atmosphere is incredible. It is the perfect Batman game, I think. I think they really did an amazing job with Arkham Asylum. I always come back to it. I always have a great time playing through it. And I will continue to play it and have a really good time. I just played it not too long ago on the Nintendo Switch, and I still had just as much fun as I did anywhere else. PS3, Xbox 360, PC even. Like, it is still an incredible game that was released back in 2009 and still holds up today. It is that good. But, yeah, everybody, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what would you rank the Arkham games? Sound off. I really want to hear what you think. Was this a W or an L? I just want to know. Tell me if I'm wrong or right or whatever. But yeah, the next video we're doing after this is the Suicide Squad First Impressions, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure I'm going to have some things to say about that game when we get to it, but yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I will see you all for that video. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya!